Right guys, since last week I've become a lot more disciplined with my routine. Before I was waking up around 10, half 10 and then rolling into my meetings and then working all day and then all night. But I've become a lot more structured because I've added in a routine. I now wake up at 7, go down to the gym, have a session, have some cardio for the first 20 minutes, and go outside, get some sun for 10 minutes, come back in, do a gym session, go back upstairs, have breakfast, prepare for the day, work block 1, finish that, have my morning meetings, then have lunch, then have the next work block, then have dinner, then have the third work block, and then get ready for the next day. So we'll be experiencing that today, but right now, gonna get a session in, gonna get the cardio in, then I'm gonna get some weights in. Right guys, so I'm having a bit of sun right now. It's interesting with the morning routine and getting the cardio in, that sort of thing. I'm just building little habits. I feel like little habits that you get yourself into are so powerful because you can build them and build. It's important that you don't overwhelm yourself at first because then you can break the habit. But the habit's the most important thing. So even if you have to start off light, do it. It might sound silly. Even if you, for example, you don't go to the gym. Start going to the gym for a short period of time every single day, and then just build that up and up and up and up, and then you're going to be in a situation soon where you're in really good shape. Morning guys, so had a productive morning so far. Got up at 7, went to the gym, did some cardio, came out for sun for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, went back in, did a back and chest session, came upstairs, had a shower, made breakfast, ate breakfast, listening to Jim Brown's collection of audiobooks or seminars and stuff like that. It's actually on Audible. And then I wrote down my goals, so I usually write down my 12-month goals on my notepad, and that essentially allows me to get clear on my vision overall. But I'm going to quickly show you through my sort of routine. So this is, there we go, it's filming now. So this is my sort of daily structure now. And this is what I've been able to do because I've been in one place. And it's allowed me to compound on my daily structure and daily routine to get a really structured day going on, and it's going to allow me to really get some good results over a longer time period. Now, it's helped me realize in myself that perhaps being in one place for 6 to 12 months at a time is a good idea because it allows me to compound on my routine. Let's get into what I've got planned for today. Each day, got my wake up, gym, so usually I do a cardio, go outside and have a bit of sun, come back in, do the proper gym session, have a shower, have breakfast, write down my goals, then I get into the first work block at 9:30 to 11:30, so that's a good 2-hour work block there. Then I have a back-end meeting, so that's basically me and my business partner we would just talk about like the intentions for the day and all that sort of stuff. Is good for us to get clear on what we're doing. Then energy contracts morning call, which I don't really turn up to. I've got someone managing that. Then I've got a recruitment call, so that's with me, Dan, and Dan's brother, who is running the recruitment side of things. And then today I've got a meeting, so that is going to be focused around high quality pieces of content, which I can create to use as brand assets for the different businesses to basically market to the target audience and cut through the noise and actually provide value to these customers, which is going to separate us from the competition. From there, have a bit of lunch, and then after lunch, I get into the next work block. So the second work block of the day is the longest one, and it's 3.5 hours? So 3.5 hour work block, and that is focusing on today. That's focusing on creating a high quality piece of content for Connor's team, and then creating a high piece of quality content for Tom's team. So that's going to be the brand assets, which we're going to cover in the marketing meeting. I probably might make my content days on Tuesdays, just to make it all continuity, or put it all in continuity. Yeah, it just makes sense if I'm filming the vlog, going over the high quality pieces of content and all that sort of thing, then that makes sense. And then from there, I've made myself available for calls for 1 hour of the day, per day. So that's going to allow me to really put calls in that time slot if I need to have conversations, and then the rest of the day I can be focused in my work blocks and actually doing the high quality work that I need to be doing to push the business forward. From there, I put dinner for an hour so I can actually enjoy my dinner and have a nice dinner, cook a better dinner if I want to do that. And then from there, work block 3 is only 1 hour. So that's going to be usually like admin, getting bits sorted for the end of the day and all that sort of stuff. But today it's going to be editing the content. It might take a little bit longer than that to edit the content. So I've got the end of day energy contracts call that I probably won't go to anyway. And then from there, plan for the next day. So that's half an hour. And what I'm doing for this actually is I'm writing down, so I've got the peer accountability board with me and Dan and Connor. We're writing down our goals for the following week, yeah? Once we've written down those goals for the following week, that's our goals for the following week, and we're gonna hold each other accountable to that each Friday. And what I do is I get those goals, put that onto my goal sheet, because I have 5-year goals, 1-year goals, and then weekly goals, and then daily goals, which I'm adjusting. And I forgot what I was saying there, but in terms of my goals, I got my goals, and I'll basically put them into ChatGPT for the week. So I got my goals, put them into ChatGPT. I've also connected my ChatGPT through connectors on the settings of ChatGPT to my calendar, so I can see every single event in my calendar. So I say ChatGPT, or if it's hard to pick it up, then I basically send it a screenshot of my week. But I say ChatGPT, look at my schedule. I've got work block 1, 2, and 3. What tasks should I put in there based on the time that they're going to take and the work that I need to get done this week, and it will organize it for me. And then at the end of each day, I'm going to update it with the progress that I made for that day, and maybe if I have to move any tasks around. And then, maybe I should just get Motion, but it seems to be working quite well. So it allows me to plan out my day. I think you should be intentional with your day anyway. I think that letting Motion do it for you is, maybe that's not the route to go down, maybe it is the route to go down, but I think that being intentional about your day anyway is really important. So you can actually focus your time, stay disciplined, and get on with that. But nevertheless, I'm into my first work block, so I need to crack on with that.
We've got the website, yeah? Yeah, I'm just doing some bits for now. Yes.
Yeah, Harry, I reckon just get rid of the other branding and just have it fully focused on Pyro.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll do it for the LinkedIn.
It seems too good to be true.
I'll do it for the LinkedIn.
35 dirham.
I'll do it for the LinkedIn post.
That'd actually be such a good LinkedIn bit.
Yeah, it'll be a proper good LinkedIn post.
Just some fucking bloke just give you a massage above your chair as you're working. Get a photo of that.
If people were saying that they've already got like a PSL or whatever, then just add them on LinkedIn as well.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then I'll just go back to them to say, what does it take to get on? Just go really direct.
Yeah, I think make it direct. We
could just be like, quickly reach out, working with this person, and then have 5 bullet points of exactly what they do.
Yeah.
On the market, so we'll move quick. Would you be interested in the convo?
Yes, I'd literally just have working with this specialist in this role, generated 30 million pipeline in this time, closed this many deals, perfect for this role within your company. These are sort of skill sets that you're looking for.
I'm just looking here.
Yeah.
Dash lane.
That's because they land. Once you land, like you stay there.
Yeah.
Until
no, of
otherwise.
course, but you only stay there if you email from the same email address. If you email from a random email, then when you've landed, it doesn't matter because next time you're going to email from a different email address.
Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, we can just change it to the main domain if you want to do that.
Never know, might get a bit of organic traction on there. And you'd be a YouTuber, mate.
I've already got like 10 YouTube channels. Okay.
I think it's just educating them on why they should look at it. Like educating them on what's in it for them. So that could be anything from specific angles like the re-roof, like asbestos. It could be funding options. It could be current ROIs. It could be new technology. It could be in your area. To be honest with you, the T&W Energy website is absolutely fine how it is right now. We'll just remove a couple of bits. We don't need to add anything and then just double check.
How do you think we should navigate the social proof element? If we do an install with that, do you want to go down to site and film it?
Oh, 100%, without a doubt, mate. We should.
Because we've got
video call testimonials down at site, and that's obviously the stuff that you boys are great at.
We've got a drone. We've got a drone as well that we can use.
Perfect.
What's the crack right now with the current people we're pitching?
Oh. Right then, so the morning meetings are finished and it's time to go and get some lunch quickly before my next work block. So I'm looking forward to it. Guys, my internet has gone out, so I'm probably gonna have to go downstairs to work downstairs. I've got someone in the kitchen who is taking the sealant off to sort out the hot water situation. A bit of a hot water situation at the minute. So probably pop downstairs, continue working. I was gonna get some high value, high quality content done. That might be a little bit halted at the minute while this is going on. Gonna go downstairs, get some work done. And I also want to talk about a bit of a good framework to work on with your sales so that you can understand bottlenecks and work through them as they come along. So when you're building out a new offer and all that sort of stuff, first thing, your salespeople, get them filled up with calls. That's the first issue. How do you get them filled up with calls? So once you get them filled up with calls, what's the next issue? Close rate. Calls, close rate. And then you can fix it in congruence, right? You can't really fix close rate without a good volume of calls. And you can't really fix a good volume of calls with close rate. So make sure that you focus on volume of calls first, then you focus on close rate and actually conducting the call. But obviously it depends on whether or not you have setters and closers. Because if you have salespeople who act as a setter and a closer, then you focus on one before the other. I would focus on one before the other anyway, because as you're scaling the sales team up, you don't want to have loads of closers and barely any sits. So I would start with one closer, get them full up, get another closer in, get them full up, and just work it like that, where you're filling them up, they got a good close rate, and you're just stacking them like that. So right now, I'm in Descript, and I've created my high quality piece of content for Connor's team, and I've done it on Descript. And on Descript, there's a feature where you can clip up your videos into smaller clips using AI, and it's really high quality, much higher quality than Opus clips, which I've actually bought. Yeah, it's good quality, so I'm gonna edit that right now. I'm editing it right now so that I can export those clips, and then I will carry on with my usual stuff. Right guys, so Dan has nicked the tripod, so I'm recording holding the camera right now. But essentially, just finished my work block. It's been a bit messy today. Been looking at content, filming content, all that sort of stuff. I'm in a bit of a crossroads of content. It feels lower leverage than how much time I'm spending on it, which is maybe just how I feel about it right now, and it's going to ramp up eventually, but it's tricky. It's a tricky one. Still want to spend loads of time on it though, and obviously get good quality content out there. But next up, I've got a meeting with a company doing 12 billion a year. And then 15 minutes after that, I've got a meeting with some of the lads to go over the situation in terms of, basically, we've got our SDRs who are they're calling our current clients and it's starting to piss them off. So trying to figure out a way to manage that properly. So I've got a call with them after that. And then after that, I've got dinner and chill for an hour. So probably going to cook a nice dinner, hopefully if the guys aren't still in the kitchen, and I'll go from there. Though I'm actually feeling a bit peckish now because I didn't have lunch because those guys are in there, so I might order some food. So I just finished my call. What have we got? So right now, we just had our calls there. Right now it's dinner, read, walk, meditate. I'm not doing all of them, it's just options of what I can do in that time block. But yeah, been a hectic day today, and I'm just gonna get some food in now, and yeah, let's crack on. Right guys, so just finished dinner, cooked everyone a nice steak, got all of the food there. Now I'm just having protein oats, overnight oats bowl, which is nice. And I think after that, I'm probably gonna sit down, have a little think. Now I've come out of managing the sales team, and I'm now in more of a CMO position, which is taking a bit more of a high level approach. I need to think about where I can spend my time and prioritize my time to be the highest leverage, because I've always been in like go mode, and now I'm in a situation where I need to make decisions which are gonna make a great impact on the business as opposed to go. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna think about that sort of stuff, finish the rest of this bowl, and I'll catch up with you after. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to write down everything that's going on in my mind. I feel like I've had quite a stressful day today for no particular reason. And I feel like when that sort of happens, it's usually a lot of little things and maybe, or potentially one big thing that's lurking in the background that you need to deconstruct. And usually it's not as bad as you think. It's just you've not had time to process all of the thoughts. You just get the pent up stress. So what I'm gonna do right now is write down all of the things that I'm thinking about, and then I'm going to plan tomorrow so that I can have the most productive day possible. As well, for me, listening to thunderstorm sounds or rain sounds is very relaxing. If you're anything like me, come from England, you know those days where you're sat inside, it's raining outside, and you feel like it's quite a snug feeling. It's quite a nice feeling because you're inside, you're chilling out. It's nasty outside, but luckily you're inside. Content and music that has words in it, massive no-go when you're working. Either rain sounds, wildlife sounds, music without words in it. Otherwise, I literally cannot focus. Like, my brain is so ADHD that if I hear any words, I get distracted. So really good that I have these noise cancelling headphones, really useful, and listening to some sounds so I can just stay focused. Like, already now, after writing stuff down, like my thoughts, what's going on, what I want to plan out for tomorrow, I feel much, much better now. So that's really good. Like, I would recommend to anyone who's feeling stressed throughout the day, lots going on in their mind, just write it down and you'll be in a much better position, trust me. So I've finished my day, gonna wrap it up here. Gonna read some of my book. I'm reading a few books at the minute, which is good. I got Audible and I got this Kindle as well. It's a good purchase actually. Keeps me accountable to reading, which is really good. Yeah, gonna wrap it up. Feel like today was a little bit iffy, not being 100% in terms of like where my head's been at in terms of the direction I want to focus. I feel like I've got a good amount of work done, but is it the work that I need to be doing to push the business forward? So this is all things that I need to think about, but I'm all ready for tomorrow. Gonna push ahead tomorrow, get loads of stuff done. Right, everyone, so it's 4:52 in the morning right now. I went to bed around 10 o'clock and woke up at 4. Just so much going on in my mind. And eventually, 20 minutes later, I decided to get up. So I'm up now. I'm going to get an early start to this day. But I just want to talk about something as well. Like, I think when you're an entrepreneur, you have so much going on in your life that because you're taking on all the responsibility, it makes it hard to balance everything. And I feel like it's often underappreciated. People become quite lonely. I know I felt lonely in this journey of entrepreneurship, but the thing you got to understand, and if you're watching this and you're behind me in the journey and you're starting off or whatnot, then just know that you're not alone, and this is the period of entrepreneurship that defines you, and it's the shortest period of entrepreneurship. You're going to be very surprised at how far it can go, and I feel like I'm only just getting started, and I am just getting started, but I've come such a long way. And yeah, don't overthink things, stick to the path, keep learning over everything, and yeah, as long as you've got the means to survive, you're going to be absolutely fine.